Welcome back to ESPN 580 Orlando. I am Walt Logan, the host of Fight Night right here on ESPN 580 Orlando, bringing you the best in the world of mixed martial arts, boxing, and everything in between. This Saturday at the Volusia County Fairgrounds at the Tommy Lawrence Arena starting at 5:30. Mixed martial arts is finally coming to DeLand. Breakthrough MMA 12, North Florida's biggest amateur mixed martial arts promotion, will be in action with 20-plus fights already secured, 2 female fights, and Florida's first ever youth MMA bout, and that's all starting at 5:30. Now, the big news that everybody is talking about this fight card on Saturday night in DeLand at the Tommy Lawrence Arena at the Volusia County Fairgrounds, the head football coach of Bethune-Cookman University, Brian Jenkins, is putting the clipboard down, taking off the whistle, putting on gloves, and stepping in the cage, making his mixed martial arts debut. And right now, we are fortunate enough to have with us on the phone line the head football coach of Bethune-Cookman University, Brian Jenkins. Coach Jenkins, thanks for coming on and joining us.
Hey, I appreciate it.
All right, so the question that everybody's been coming up to me, they've been coming up, and Walt, you're doing stuff with this card, you know all about it. They're asking me, why? Why would a head football coach at a Division I school like that is historic, like Bethune-Cookman University, want to step into the cage and fight?
Well, it's just a personal challenge of something that I've been wanting to do. I've been competing at jiu-jitsu for about 4 years now. And, I've been doing boxing and stuff for a nice little while, all the way back into my youth days. And it's just something that people never knew about me. And let me say this, I think people are making more of it than what it really is. And the only reason, the publicity and all the things, the interviews are happening is because of my profession. If I wasn't a head football coach, nobody would be concerned about, Brian Jenkins. And let me also say, I've declined to do a lot of interviews and a lot of the press because, this is my first bout. I haven't beat anybody. My opponent has been in the ring, has more experience. He deserves the interviews more than I do. And all those guys that are doing this thing as a career, as a profession, they deserve all the love, So I don't want to take away from, what they're trying to accomplish or what they have brought to the sport. I'm doing one fight and I'm done. That's it. It's no difference than a coach or individual deciding to do a marathon or run the Boston Marathon or something of that nature. So it's a personal challenge, and it also has some other things tied into it that I probably will reveal later. But that's why I'm doing it, and I'm not doing it for the publicity or any type of thing.
Well, being the head football coach, you have a lot of young men, a whole community looking up to you. Has the Daytona Beach community, has your football team been pretty much pro you on this one, or have they kind of looked away like, oh, he's taking time off, or has ever been really supportive for you?
They've been really supportive, and a lot of people are kind of shocked to find out that I've been competing at jiu-jitsu on the side because they've asked when do I find time, and different things like that. And the players are getting a kick out of it, but they're excited about it and different things like that. So, but there's been a lot of support from the administration and the community, and everything on that end. So it's been really good.
Okay, every coach has a game plan and is kind of very strategic. How long have you been working on your game plan for a fight like this?
Well, for a good little while. And I wouldn't do this fight if I didn't feel like I was in shape enough or if I didn't feel like, I was capable of going in and performing. I think I got a worthy opponent, and it's a guy that I respect and I'm not looking past. I mean, I'm sure he's going to come in and be ready to go. And he gets a chance to beat up on an old man. So, but I've been working, on this for quite a long time. And, but you always have a plan. And then like Mike Tyson says, you have a plan until you get hit in the mouth and then everything changes. So hopefully I don't get hit in the mouth, and hopefully I can just follow through with what I've been working on in the gym.
Okay, Coach, so you make your way down to the ring. I'm going to be doing the ring announcing on Saturday night. So I have to know
Okay.
I have to know how to introduce you. I mean, am I going to say he is a striker, he is a grappler, he is a this, he is that? How do you want to be introduced in the ring on Saturday night?
I don't know. I leave that to you guys. That's hard for me to say because, I haven't fought. I haven't been in that cage, and I haven't done anything yet. So for me to proclaim something, I think would be hideous. Hey, now fighting is Brian Jenkins. And then after the fight, they'll be able to say if I'm a striker or a grappler or whatever. So I think that's yet to be seen.
Well, in your personal opinion, what would you say is your biggest strength?
Probably wisdom. I've been wisdom of knowing how to get out of the way of punches. Probably that. But I've been working on every aspect. I've been working on grappling for a good little while now. Like I said, I've competed at jiu-jitsu for 4 to 5 years, and then several tournaments, winning a couple, and also placing second in a couple. But I've been doing boxing since I was young as well, since I was 12 years old, and I've always kept fit and kept myself in shape. So I think I would say I'm just even keel on all of it. That's what I would say. I don't think I have a specialty or something that's a strength.
So do you find yourself able to follow, the sport of mixed martial arts closely, like the professionals like the UFC and Bellator? Do you follow that kind of religiously?
Yes, I do, and I love it. I mean, I love it. And let me say this because I think this needs to be said. After training and being involved with it, man, I have a tremendous amount of respect for those guys. And anybody who does not have respect for the guys in the UFC and all other martial art organizations, something is wrong. I mean, I've done the training, and I tell you what, it's tremendous. And that's why I have a large amount of respect for Randy Couture and all those guys that are fighting past my age. I mean, I'm 43, and I watch guys like Randy Couture and other guys who are fighting at 45 and 48. And then you look at Bernard Hopkins, a boxer who's fighting well into his 40s, and George Foreman, who's fighting well into his 40s. And I'm not proclaiming to be on their level, but, I mean, I just have a newfound respect for those guys because I'm doing this on the amateur end. They've done this on a professional level and at a much older age. So you got to give those guys respect where respect is due. And like I say, the guys in mixed martial art are phenomenal athletes. And it's been this big thing about, it being a barbaric sport and different things and those guys not being true athletes. That's a total falsehood. This is a very technical sport. And, I tell people, NFL players are the best at what they do. And martial art fighters are the best at what they do. And you're not going to find a martial art fighter that's going to walk on the football field and just be an instant success. And you're not going to find an NFL player that walks in the ring and be an instant success. You got to respect both parties for because they're the best at what they do.
Okay, Coach, I'm gonna name 3 fighters. I'm gonna do a little quick word association at you, and I want you to just your instant thought on these professional fighters. Okay.
Okay.
First fighter, Anderson Silva.
Warrior. Will fight you from beginning to end. True warrior.
Rampage Jackson.
I tell you what, a beast. Loves to fight and is going to bring the fight to you every minute of every round.
Last one, Brock Lesnar.
Wow. A tremendous force, a tremendous freakish athlete that is probably one of the best athletes, all-around athletes in the world. And you got to respect that of him. To be that size and that athletic and do the number of things that he's done and do it at the level that he's done it at, you got to respect him as being one of the best athletes in the world.
All right, thank you. Brian Jenkins, head football coach of the Bethune-Cookman University Wildcats, fighting this Saturday, Volusia County Fairgrounds, Tommy Lawrence Arena for Breakthrough MMA 12. Like I said at the top, 20-plus confirmed fights, 2 female fights, and Florida's first ever youth MMA bout. All the action starts at 5:30 in DeLand at the fairgrounds, so get there early. Coach, good luck to you. I'll see you Saturday night. One last thing you want to say to the people of Orlando, Central Florida?
No, hey, I appreciate them coming out and supporting the event, and I hope they continue to support them because a lot of these fighters are very good. I mean, they're going to be shocked by the youth fighting. The one young man that's fighting Darian is a tremendous fighter. I mean, he's going to really put on a show. And I just hope, for the future that people will draw interest in the sport more and more and understand that these guys are true, tremendous athletes who put a lot into preparing to perform at the level that they are performing at.
All right. He is Brian Jenkins, the head football coach at Bethune-Cookman University, making his mixed martial arts debut this Saturday at the Volusia County Fairgrounds for Breakthrough MMA 12. Coach, it was a pleasure. I'll see you Saturday night.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it.